John Weidman for Big. Reggie Gaines for Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk. Graciela Danielle, Jim Lewis, and Michael John Lacusa for Chronicle of a Death Foretold. Jonathan Larson for Rent.
And the 1996 Tony Award for Best Book of a Musical goes to Jonathan Larson for Rent. Accepting the award for the late Jonathan Larson, who died 5 months ago at the age of 35, is his sister, Julie.
How do you document real life when real life's getting more like fiction?
Thank you. My brother Jonathan loved musical theater, and he dreamed of creating a youthful, passionate piece that would be pertinent and it would bring a new generation to the theater so they too could enjoy the theater as much as he did and get as much joy out of it as he did. That dream became Rent. Thank you all for embracing Rent, and with it my brother Jonathan, and most of all our parents who taught him everything about life and the theater and love. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Maria Alberghetti and Miss Diane Carroll. Presenting the award for Best Original Score, Music and Lyrics for the Theater, Miss Carroll, who is currently starring in the Toronto production of Sunset Boulevard, and Miss Alberghetti, tied in 1966 for the award for Best Performance by an Actress in a Musical.
Anna Maria, can you believe it was 30 years ago that you won for Carnival, directed by Gower Champion?
And you won for Richard Rodgers' No Strings.
We did. And now we have the honor to present Tonys ourselves to some of our favorite people.
The writers of the lyrics and the composers of the songs that make Broadway sing.
And here is a reminder of a few of the great past winners of this award.
The show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for
The witty and sophisticated Cole Porter received his Tony for Kiss Me Kate. Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein were honored for South Pacific, The King and I, and The Sound of Music. Frank Lesser was responsible for Guys and Dolls. Irving Berlin won for Call Me Madam. Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe combined for My Fair Lady. Jerry Herman greeted Broadway with Hello, Dolly. Stephen Sondheim won his 6 Tonys for Best Score, including Company and A Little Night Music. Finally, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber was knighted 4 times for shows like Cats and The Phantom of the Opera.
And the 1996 nominees are David Shire, Music, Richard Maltby Jr., Lyrics for Big. Darrell Waters, Zane Mark, and Anne Duquesne, Music, and Reggie Gaines, George C. Wolfe, and Anne Duquesne, Lyrics for Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk. Music and lyrics by Jonathan Larson for Rent. Richard Rodgers, Music, and Oscar Hammerstein II, Lyrics for State Fair.
And the winner is Rent, Music and Lyrics, Jonathan Larson.
Once again, accepting for the late Jonathan Larson, his sister Julie.
You know, it took Johnny 15 years of really hard work to become an overnight sensation. So we'd like to share this award with all those who are out there still working in restaurants or driving taxis or doing whatever they have to scrape by for their art. Stay true to yourselves and to your dreams and know they can come true. This is for you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a really great honor to present the award for Best Musical in the Tony's 50th year. And first, the good news. This year, there are some nominations to read out. And secondly, among them are some of the most exciting American musicals in a very long while. Now here's to the next 50 years of the Tony Awards and the next 50 years of musicals. The nominations, the 4 nominations this year are... Fun. Ripple of a Death Foretold, Rent, Swinging on a Star. And the 50th anniversary Tony Award for Best New Musical goes to... Let me do this properly. Rent.
Producers Jerry Settler, Kevin McCullum, Alan A. Gordon, and the New York Theater Workshop.
Thank you, Michael Greif, for your passionate and inspired direction.
Thank you, every single member of the Rent Company who brings to life this enormous musical 8 times a week.
Thank you, the audience that showed up at the New York Theater Workshop and the Nederlander Theater, and for talking about theater and Rent.
And thank you, Jonathan Larson. Viva,
Viva la vie, poète!